Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Whew, it has been a little while, but I'm slowly getting back into it. Um, okay. I got some things on the list that I want to take care of. Let's see how many of this I can knock off the list. So, first of all, where's my to-do list? There we go. Merchant buying UI. Okay. So we've technically started working on it, and we made a custom UI for it. And then I took a look at it and I figured, maybe we can just handle the custom UI as an inventory slot in the same way that the player handles the UI, like this, with these ones. But then, after playing around with it for a bit, I figured, you know what? The merchant UI doesn't really do everything that a regular inventory UI does. The only thing that it does do is it shows the icon. And I figured, oh, well, the inventory slot shows the icon, so we could just reuse that. But in reality, I feel like the communication is not effective because it looks like an inventory slot. So the player will look at it and be like, oh, well, that looks like, that looks like your good old inventory backpack type deal, as you can see. And I don't know. I don't think it really works very well. So what I think I want to do is go back to using the non-inventory method, which is there's an icon, there's a button to buy, and then you click on it and you get the item. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Whew. Now, I did kind of butcher the first inventory, which is kind of what I'm trying to remake right now. So it's like, whoops. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Right. NPCs don't actually have this inventory. We have merchant panel. Okay, that's for starters. Okay, we've got the grid, item grid, and then we have the merchant item slot, which looks like this right now. Maybe we didn't completely remove it. Let's see. Merchant panel doesn't run any code. So it is the NPC that does it, the generic NPC. And there it is. Okay. Inventory slot preload. So we don't want to use this slot. No, we want to use this one. Merchant slot preload. Okay. And then this is where we would populate the slot number. Maybe this will still work. Let's see, it's looking for the get node icon and price. Icon and price. Nice. So that's still there. Good thing I didn't delete this code. Description. Well, the description's not really here. New slot, get node. Right. There's no description here. We're going to handle description in a different way. Okay. There it is. Yep. And we crashed. Okay. Understandable. Now, new slot inventory node self. This is not a thing anymore. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so that's the slot. Does not display the icon. Now, why is that so? Inventory has slot number. Okay, we'll go to the merchant slots. Okay. What the heck is a merchant slots? And we're not supposed to use our inventory, are we? Hmm. What was the purpose of this if statement? Let's take a look. What the heck is merchant slots? Here's another one. Merchant slots. 28. Interesting. So this is how many slots we have. How do we populate the items, though? If inventory, storage, size. Okay, this is on when the inventory is empty, which makes sense. And our inventory is storage empty. Okay, so we shuffle the items, these items. We then generate a range of numbers. We shuffle that range of numbers. And then we go through the first 4. And that allows us to access 4 random items. Cool. So here we're grabbing the data for the first 4 items like this because it says 4x in 4. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. That's what we feed here. Here we're using a random slot. We generated a range of numbers based on how many slots we have in total, which is 28, and then we shuffled it before we got the range. Actually, no, we shuffled the items, then we generate the range, then we shuffle the range of numbers. So that we would deposit these items into 4 random slots. So technically, this is it. So the question is, what do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we do in here? Interesting. Merchant slots. So we run as many times as there are merchant slots. Instantiate. Oh. Inventory storage is what we need to check this in. Okay. Okay. We crash. Inventory. Storage. Storage. Just like that. Nice. Okay. So the items are shown. We now need to make it so we can actually purchase this. And these are buttons. They're clickable. Okay, can I adjust this merchant panel in real time? by the looks of it. Okay, so that's too close to the edge. Although that seems not really good. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so that's what it looks like in the game. 50. Dang. It's a lot of space. Okay, fair enough. Now, we do need some place for the description. I think I'm just gonna make a quick panel for the description side. Okay, I should probably ease up on the squiggly lines. Pen. There's my pen. Except there's no pen pressure. Why is there no pen pressure? Well, it sees it. God dang it. The thing is, on Linux, it isn't any better. I tried. I gave it an honest try. He uses some generic Wacom driver. Does not work. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't want pixel art. We actually just want digital ink. Hmm. Okay. Can I crop it to just this? Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll just keep it that way. Let's crop it up. Mm-hmm. Okay, where are we going? Saving this first. Sprites, UI, and right. So merge description. Now this is still transparent. Okay. So we go back here. We have item info, theme overrides, style, normal. This is going to be style box texture. And then in here, we load the image. Merge description. Mm-hmm. Nice. Now, what about these buttons here? I think they were drawn like this. We got a price. We got the icon. We're gonna make sure they're centered. Mm-hmm. Okay, now this is a placeholder, of course. Interesting. How did I delete that? Let's get back here. The blurriness on the question mark needs to be fixed. Woo! Damn. Okay. That's a little large. Hmm. Okay. Let's do 4560. Okay. I can barely tell what I'm looking at. So I think we're gonna have to bring it back to the original size. But go over here. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because we have a whole bunch of stuff already in here that I forgot to remove. Yeesh. Easy now. Okay. Just give me some dimension here. And you know what? We're gonna do 11. And we'll have the generic NPC hat have fewer slots. Let's do like 33, maybe? Oh, that's even more. 22. Sure. Okay. Need to fix up the minimum distance. Although, you know what? I think at this point 33 might actually work. Let's see. Mm-hmm. It's a little short here. Okay, let's try. So if we do 12 slots, what if we do 8? 8 in the column. Here, so we do 8. And I think that's what it was before. So we do 8, 16, 24. I think we're right back where we were before. There we go. I think that's good. This is not really very legible anymore, unfortunately, because the dimension has changed. But can always try to remake it. We'll use that one for something else, I suppose. Hey, that could work. Slightly bulging design. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, I'm gonna save first. No. Assets. UI. Okay, so this is merch description 2. I'm gonna disable the background. Engine, sprites UI, merch description to PNG. Yep. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Nice. That actually looks kind of nice. Okay. So we need to make it so that when we move our mouse over the item, it gives us a description. Also, it looks like the icon or maybe the price, or maybe both, are obscuring the slot interaction. So we'll take a look at both of these nodes, and we're gonna do ignore, and ignore. Let's give that a test one more time. Nope, that's still... You know what? It's actually not the slot. It's something over here. It's that rich text label, likely. Which is not here. It's actually in the, what? Global world environment? Yeah, there it is. I'll take the mouse. Make it ignore. Cool. All right. So, how do we make it so that when we move our mouse over the item, it displays the description? Now, I feel like at this point we should just program the merchant item slot. Okay, so we'll do sprites, scripts, UI, merchant item slot. Now, it needs to know what the item ID is. We are going to make the character pass along that information. So this would be this is generic character. This is generic NPC. Okay. So when we instantiate the item slot, my item ID is going to be... Oh, right. This is just populating the item slot, but there could be empty ones. Here, if there is an item, then what? Then we need to request the item data, or maybe the item ID specifically. There's more than one way to do it. We're just going to do it this way. So go to the inventory, go to storage, get the item under the slot number, and get its ID, and store it into my item ID of the merchant slot node. Cool. Now here, we're going to detect when the mouse enters, when the mouse leaves. Okay, so if this is not an empty string, which, you know what? I'm gonna do it like this. If it's not null, then, well then, we know that the item slot exists inside of here. And then the next neighbor is this one. So that's the item info. So the item slot has to get the parent, then get the parent again, and get child number 1. Okay. And that gives us the rich text label. Text box. Well, let's do info box. There we go. So, what do we start with? Well, the name of the item I think would be handy. So, master node, item database, and then we're going to use this item ID and then access the name of the item. I think that pretty much should do it for the start. Let's do func ready, where we're going to populate a reference to the info box. Actually, we could just do on ready like this. Nice. So in the info box, we're going to set text to an empty string. And here we're going to set, when the mouse enters, the name of the item. Okay. It's there. It's showing it. It's not showing it very well, but it's showing it all right. Okay, first, default color. Black. Second, font. That could work. Okay. Next, we need to adjust the content margins. Hmm. Okay. It's working. That's good. Hmm. Now this seems to be pretty good to me. But I do wonder if we could, I don't know, give the description a little bit more room to work with. I guess we don't have any descriptions for now, so... Right. Okay, so what happens when we click on the item? We need to know how many there are. I would want there to be a finite number of each item, so you can't just, forever farm everything. Or maybe, we don't show how many items there are. Maybe they'll just run out, and that's it. Okay. Let's make it so that we can just purchase it for the time being. Now, to purchase something, we need to use a currency. And for the currency, we're going to use these ambers, light ambers, which are something you can manufacture out of multiple resources. And it is something that you can basically spend as currency, or you can use it in crafting. So, why? Oh, that's hard to digress. What am I doing here? Okay, this is sprites. Item icons. Now, we have this, which this says it's a light gem. So that's technically what I was going to use for it. But I do wonder if there could be something else. Like recently, what I was thinking is to have a crystal that is black. Like this. But inside, it has this confined speck of light. Hmm. Okay, what if we make it white and then give it inner glow? Okay, that looks terrible. Hmm. Well, this officially looks a lot better than this. So it's like, guess we already had it pretty well thought out. All right, fair enough. We gave it an honest try. Let's give the player some of those crystals. Oh, what is it? Light gems? Light crystals. Labby up. Do we even have them here? Yes, we do. The item slot really needs to be fixed up, though. Hmm. Interesting. Looks like this texture... Oh, it does affect the text. Got it. Okay, so we'll keep that the way it is. I think we do need to copy all these properties. Copy properties. So let's go to count. Paste it in. Right, except this is going to be like 2. We do need to change a few things. Okay, this is interesting. Where the heck did we display the number? Was it here? We might have. Okay. Let's see. Cabbage. It's not really all that legible, though. Interesting. Should the outline be thicker? Oh, yeah. That fixes it. Nice. Now that number over there still doesn't... Oh, that number is for the FPS. Never mind. Let's place this in. We have that number that shows us how many we're transferring. Light 3D gem. What the heck is that name? Hold on a second. This is the master node. I smell some shenanigans. Yeah, look at that. Light gem. Okay. Now the transfer thing is in the player. So this is item held. That's not it. Where is it? Inventory? Drag container? Nope. It's definitely in here. DevTools. Item held. There it is. Okay. So this count, we're just going to paste in all the same properties that we've copied from here, except we're going to position it. Top right corner. Okay. Give it a slightly thicker outline. There we go. I think that should do it. Okay, that FPS counter is in the way. Whatever the heck that is. FPS display. Mouse. Ignore. Cool. Let's go to developer tools. Okay, we got dev panel. That's the inventory one. I just want to offset it so it's not right in the corner. Mm-hmm. Wowza. What's with the numbers? That one works. Except maybe the number should be in the bottom right corner. Oh, that's the number for the amount. Okay. I see. Let's do this. Nice. Cool. Okay, and then for the item slots, what's with the count being over here? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool, but these numbers are still not very legible. Okay. It's a little bit better. Also, a lot of my items are biased in the top right corner. So I feel like maybe having the number over here, where all of these items have empty space, might make more sense. Okay, so I'm just in the background adjusting elements. Okay, that I think is better. And then some of these items have this little usage number. And I don't think we can see both of them at the same time. Interesting. Okay, I think this works for the time being. Okay, now what about this dude? We have a dialog box that is out of whack. Dialog text box. Okay. Dialog UI. Nope. Hmm. Okay, here's a choice box. And then it loads up something. Dialog opt. Whoops. Okay, so do this dialog opt. Yep. Okay. I think what I want to do is increase the font size just a touch here. Nice. Okay. And then going back here, I need to adjust the margins. Mm-hmm. I believe this is where we can set up the actual dimensions of the whatchamacalls it, the 9 patch rect. There we go. So that anytime we resize it, you can see it doesn't actually skew the dimensions of the corners. Which I actually think we might be able to do it for this one as well. It's mighty super stretched. Oh boy. Okay, normal. We know it's symmetrical, so it should be the same. There we go. Okay, now it's really small resolution. We might have to do something about that. But, yeah, that looks way better than the super stretched one. I like that. Cool. Alright, let's see. Now, this is the choice box. This is not the regular message. We still gotta fix the regular message. Yeah, we don't want that panel to be visible at all times. Let's go to Player, Dev Tools, Dev Panel. Visible false. Yeah, so that's a regular dialog box. Now, where is that? Message box? Yeah, it's a dialog text box. It's right here. Oh, we made it invisible. Right. Okay, style. There we go. Okay, so first things first. Content margins. Okay, second of all, texture margins. There we go. So top is 21, bottom is 21. Oh man. Well, this is going to look a lot more presentable. Okay. Woulda. Okay. Still need to fix the styling on these other ones. Text XX. Okay, so how come the messages are not being populated? I think it's because we're still trying to talk to a property called bbcode text. Yup, there it is. That's commented out. And this is commented out. Well, now. And this is commented out. What the heck? Okay. Generic NPC. We gotta go into the generic character because that's the one that does all the talking. There we go. Now, MSG type message. This is where we instantiate a text box preload, which is dialog text box tscn. Yep, that's the one we finished editing. Let's see. Set dia text it has a function called setDiaText. And we send into it the text to be set. Now, this is the setDiaText. Oh, okay. Maybe it's setting its own property, its own variable, property variable, instead of the actual text property of the node. Okay, let's see. Hopefully an easy fix. Yep, nice. Let's increase the font size. Excuse me. Okay. Test. Okay, 30. But content margins. Okay. Now we do need to make it fit height, don't we? Like that. All right. Find a little bit too large. Although that could technically work. What is the size of text in here? $23. Okay. 30. Okay, that's a placeholder thing that shouldn't really be there. Nice. The placeholder text is still there. Now, the merchant item slot has the icon at the bottom, or the price, technically. But I feel like I should probably display the icon of the currency. HBox container with a texture rect. Okay, this needs to be given minimum dimensions. Okay, and this is a light something. Light gem. Actually, I just realized something that I might want to add are random lightning strikes. Just gonna put it on the list. Cool. Now you need to reduce in size. Interesting. Oh, the HBox container is causing it to super stretch. Cool. All right. So that's supposed to be displaying the currency. So let's do something that's not too big. And also this is filling it in. Let's try this. 12? Oh boy. That font is not very fitting. We got a font outline color. We got outline size. There we go. I think this is pretty much the choice font for most things here. Okay. Um, I'd like to bring these two things closer together. Like that. The icon, I want to keep it centered. Whoops. There we go. And then HBox, center everything. That looks good. As a matter of fact, we know that we have the icon over here. I kind of want to see if I can do a little overlay box, just a little one. Let's try this. Just for the this for the price. Hmm? Maybe. I think that could work with enough overlap. Okay, let's save this merchant price. So this is assets, sprites, UI, and then let's export engine, sprites, UI, merchant price. Cool. Now I believe HBox containers cannot be styled, but I also think we can just do like what? Something like this. Actually, no. If we wanted to scale with prices that go into triple digits, we should probably do a panel container. Put the HBox into panel container. Okay, place it like that. And give it stylebox texture. Merchant price. Content margins. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. It's looking mighty crispy compared to, well, the rest. Okay, would that work? We'll have to see. So, price box, HBox container, price. So copy node path, and then we go back to the script of the generic NPC, and then get node. So we do price box, container, price. Cool. Let's see. Well, that crashed quickly. I have somehow managed to break that. This gotta be some sort of an engine bug. I'm not doing this on purpose. Okay. Okay. That does not read very well. Hmm. We could potentially say here, func ready, if my item ID is still null, then price box hide. Okay, so we hide the price boxes next to any item that does not have a, well, valid item ID in it. And that's all of them, because when the generic NPC instantiates the slot, it doesn't actually populate the data into it until after it adds it as a child, and that's when the ready function runs. So we're going to go ahead and do that after. Okay. Okay. Now it still doesn't get quite displayed in the way I imagined it would be. Not even in the way that it's shown here. Let's try this. Let's take the merchant box. Stretch it out a bit, like this. So what is this? So it's 85 on the x-axis. Set it up as that height or that width. And then price box is going to be positioned right here. And it's just always going to be like this. It still doesn't read very well. I think it's because it's too cluttered. Oh, you know what? The slots simply get overlapped by the by the next slot after it. So maybe because of that, we're gonna put it above, and the icon is gonna be below. Okay, and also let's place it like this. Okay. Thanks for sharing the progress. Yeah. Think nothing of it. Okay, now what can I do to make this a little bit more legible? There's so many squiggly lines that it's kind of hard to tell what's up. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's just too many squiggly lines. What if I do this? Whoops. Excuse me. Okay, so what if I just do something like this? Merchant price? Yep. Okay, there's still some bits and pieces sticking outside. But that's okay. I just need to see this. This might actually work. I need to just to take a look at what this looks like. Need to weed out all the bits and pieces sticking out of it. Mm-hmm. I just realized I exported with the gray background. Don't need that. Okay. All right. Nice. What else can we do? Can I do a shadow? Ooh. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the old retro vintage fonts used in old cartoons. Hmm. Interesting. Now that might look kind of nice. I think something we can toy with is maybe having different regions in the game with different characters valuing different things. So we can have certain characters say, "Hey, light gems is cool and all, but it's not what I need right now." Okay, so that works. I think we just need to give it a bit more room. So drop this down. Give this a little bit more space. Maybe do this. Mm-hmm. Might want to also consider redoing that background slot. Backdrop. Mm-hmm. Now in full screen, this might be a little big. Oh, that was me pressing F12, thinking that's what I had attached the screenshot button to, but nope. How does this function get data on viewport texture? Right. Okay, we're gonna ignore that for the time being. Okay, cool. So, you know what? That works. We can always come back and try to improve on it, but for now, this is okay. I think the overall merchant panel is also a little too bright. So we'll have to worry about contrast and whatnot at a later point. Okay, cool. So that's it. Miss shader paper waving effect. Paper waving? Paper waving. Huh. Okay. Now, we've done, we've done a whole bunch of fixes for the porting process. I think what I should do now is take a break and then maybe come back later in a couple of hours. And, if I'm still going to be in energy, we're going to see about doing the purchasing. And I think that should be good. until then, you know, we'll take a chill pill, take a break pill, take a whatever. All right. I'll be right back. Well, in a few hours.